We talked the other day about Bill Haight, the quiet player of the Sabres, who played a number of seasons with the franchise. And unless you were a Buffalo fan, you couldn't remember him, even though he was highly talented. Now, this guy's the same way. Every season where he played, we're saying to himself, is that the same guy? Because he played in the NHL forever, ladies and gentlemen. Great Thompson, Manitoba guy, 6'1", 205. Smooth as chocolate. And, became a fan favorite in Quebec and Ottawa for obvious reasons. Who else could be talking about than Curtis Leschyshyn? Now, Curtis Michael Leschyshyn played 1,033 games in the NHL. Now, he was eventually drafted by the Quebec Nordiques after some really strong seasons in the Saskatoon program of the SMHL and the WHL, especially the Saskatoon Blades. He was probably one of the best offensive defensemen to come out of the Saskatoon program in years. In his draft year for Quebec in '88, he had 55 points in 56 regular season games and 7 points in the playoffs. Now, Quebec maybe took a high draft pick to get him, third overall, but when he came to the NHL, he became a defensive specialist rather than an offensive specialist. Now, he played in the Quebec, Colorado franchise for parts of 9 full seasons, and eventually won a Stanley Cup in '96 with Colorado. But what he's best known for his games as part of the Battle of Quebec rivalry with Montreal because of his big hits and basically his policeman play for some of the more fragile players on the Nordiques. Now, the season after the winning Stanley Cup, he was traded to the Capitals with Chris Simon in exchange for Keith Jones and a first round pick. Then after just 2 games, he was traded to the Whalers for Andrei Leschyshyn on November 9th, 1996. At the end of that season, the Whalers became the Carolina Hurricanes, for whom Leschyshyn played for another 3 years before he was claimed in the expansion draft by the Minnesota Wild on June 23rd, 2000. He started the 2001 season with the Wild before being traded to the Ottawa Senators for a 3rd-round pick, which ended up being Stéphane Villiers on March 13, 2001. After 3 more seasons a fixture on the Senators' defense, he signed with Colorado, which was his adopted home, after the 2004 NHL lockout on August 17, 2005. His return to the Avalanche was short-lived because he retired before the 2006 season started on October 3rd, 2005. Now, in retirement, he has been a member of the Avalanche's radio broadcast team, providing color commentary. However, he stepped down prior to the 2008 season to spend more time with his family. Leschyshyn and his wife Laura currently reside in Saskatoon with their 3 children, and he was also an assistant coach with the Saskatoon Blades of the WHL before remaining the coach at the lower junior and minor league level. Now, Leschyshyn returned to the Avalanche organization as a professional scout prior to the 2019 season. Now, very strong athletic presence. He's an avid cyclist, and on good days he cycles between 40 and 50 miles a day. Of course, he's also been a fixture on the Battle of the Blades, a CBC, what they call competition program, when hockey players and skaters get together to be pairs participants. And he was on one of the most highly ranked seasons of that CBC program, so good on him. So now, not the greatest goal scorer of all time. 1,033 games again, 47 goals, 165 assists, 212 points, and again 68 playoff games that title with the Avalanche in '96, 2 goals, 6 assists for 8 points, and of course 4th place honor at the Worlds in 1990 for Team Canada. That bad season for the Nordiques, 9 games, 4 penalty minutes with no points. And again, he holds that great distinction of being one of the best 1,000 game players in NHL history to never score 50 goals. I know it sounds kind of weird, but a defensive defenseman with a good plus minus, that's what Curtis was. And those years with Ottawa, again, the big playoff run in 2003, almost they pulled it off that year, but not close enough. So that's the legend of Curtis Leschyshyn. If you like what you're doing here, give us a like, comment, or subscribe, and Happy New Year. Bye.